with me, Stephen AKINTAYO. We're looking at day 21. The Billionaire Sales Challenge is an event we put together to help people learn how to sell, how to close, particularly in the real estate sector. I want to look at some powerful closing principle called people buy out of the fear of loss than the joy of gain. So a lot of time when we're trying to sell to customers, we are too much about, hey, you will benefit. These are the benefits, these are the opportunities, these are this. And then you go over and over again trying to tell them about the benefits. But data has shown that people will buy more when they know what they are losing and to prevent what they will lose than the joy of what they will gain from that transaction. I'll give you a simple example. The joy of gain is to say, I will give you let's say, if you buy this wristwatch, okay, I will give you an extra $50 for buying this wristwatch. That means $50 is the joy of gain. So you come in and you're buying the wristwatch for, let's say, $5,000, and then they give you a coupon or a check for $50, right? Now, you will not have enough people buying compared to if you tell the same people to say, if you don't pay today $4,950 for this, you will have to pay $5,000 tomorrow, right? More people will buy based on what I've just said now. Now, if you say, oh, if you buy, we'll give you a check, for $50. So people will rather buy out of the fear of, if I buy tomorrow, I will lose more or I will pay more. Do you see now? But if I pay today, I'll pay less. Oh, I'm scared of having to pay more tomorrow. So I would rather pay today. So when you're doing this and it helps in closing sales, you want to look at the customer and say, hey, if you don't do this transaction today, these are 2, 3, 4, 5 things you are going to be losing. Okay, because the management has put a deadline to this offer and they've decided to give you these 2, 3, 4, 5 offers, and it's strictly if you're paying now. So you as a salesman can come up with some simple, easy offers. And not one, if you are buying today, we're adding a pickup from the airport for free inspection in a Prado Jeep. How much will it cost you to rent a Prado? Now, these are things in your control that you can say, okay, what are the things I can do with my commission? We do this a lot in Dubai. In Dubai, we are a brokerage firm, and so we are not yet a developer. And one of these, it becomes more difficult to sell in those circumstances. Now, in the US, in Nigeria, we are the developers, so we have grip, we can do promo, we can determine the pricing we want to sell. But in those markets like UK and Dubai, we are a brokerage firm. And so how do we still create incentives? So we've done offers like, hey, we'll pick you up from the airport with a Rolls Royce and take you to tour the property you're buying. We'll manage the property for you. We'll do this, we'll do this. However, you have this 5-day period to pay. And we've looked at it. These are things that out of the commission we're getting from that transaction, we can still cover those things and still have something tangible for ourselves. So look at things you can add, value-added services, but you are now adding it with the fear of loss. That if they don't pay within a certain period, they will lose that juicy offer. And when you present it that way, they will not want to lose that, right? There are times where, one has have to say, hey, there's a promo going on. you have to pay, leverage on this promo timeline. And I've seen people take it more serious than when it's just, buy, it's a good pricing. You must put, and there are a couple of things I've shared it also since we've been doing this training. Every promo must have a deadline. There must be a date the promo will end, and it must be clearly stated, okay, that this is the deadline. There must also be call to action. What exactly are they to do to qualify for that promo? Are they to make a call? Are they to inspect the site? Are they to email? It has to be very, very clear how you want to. But always remember, people buy from the fear of loss than the joy of gain. These are powerful principles that when you are in the process of trying to close a customer, you must leverage on this to increase your chances of closing that particular deal. And that is very important. Another very important thing, and this is critical, that when customers, this is still good in closing, always let there be something to be done to qualify for any discount, any extension, any promo. What do I mean? Let's assume the company decide to say, we're giving you a $500 discount if you pay between Monday and Friday, right? There must be an additional, demand, something people love. So if you just say, well, just pay between Monday or Friday, you qualify, right? Versus no. However, as much as this promo is on, you are still required to send a mail to info at so to then qualify, requesting for that promo to be activated for you to qualify for the promo. Human nature, right? Psychology, you want to do something to qualify for something. Sometimes it's even like it's a psychological thing. Human being want to do something. There's a mental mindset that want to do something to get something. And those are some of the idea where you see Black Friday, Cyber Monday, people will queue, right? When during COVID, I saw how Apple was selling iPhone as well. The queue, people enjoy. A lot of people just enjoy queuing like that. It's like they are having to do something difficult to get something. So create something that needs to be done. Don't just throw things open. Don't throw promo open. Don't throw offer open. Sir, the management require that you send a mail requesting to be enlisted in the promo. I've had situations where people reach out to me like, so can I get a discount? So yeah, why not? We're willing to give you. Go ahead and pay. And they won't pay. But I've seen situations where I say, send a mail to the management that you want this discount and that you are going to pay on between so day and between so time. I've seen more people keep to that. By just that, they sent a mail. And then the other ones, they say, oh, just go ahead and pay. And then they won't pay, and then I'm the one calling them the next day. And you find they say, oh, I forgot. I say, can you pay today? Oh, I'll make sure I pay tomorrow. Then they don't still pay. At that point, then you become desperate. And then they begin to leverage on your desperation. Okay? They leverage on your desperation, and it becomes a difficult thing for you to ever close that customer. So, there's an offer your company is offering. You just have so many promo right now. Right now, we have something called flash promo for some of our estates. It's just for a few days. I think a particular estate has a 70% discount. That kind of flash promo, you must insist that the customer send a mail. Yes. They just say, oh, just pay between this. The customer may not pay. Send a mail, then make a payment and send us the evidence of the payment. The fact that they've sent a mail commits them to want to keep to their word. So these are very powerful principles in sales, in closing, that I think will go a long way in helping you in your journey in these 30 days. Okay, I want you to deploy them. That's the assignment. I want you to use the flash promo right now. Okay, get your customer, first of all, to say, emphasize the deadline of this promo. Insist that they send a mail, right, to request for the promo. All this gets you to know serious-minded customers and increases your chances of closing the deal than just this endless conversation that makes you look so desperate and makes it look as if you're the one that just want them to pay and they're not ready to pay, and you're just struggling over and over and over and over again. Okay, I hope you got some value. I love you so much that you can imagine, and don't forget, keep calling. 50 calls a day, 250 WhatsApp or DM messages to different people, trying to tell them who you are, what you do, and the offers that you have for them. It's difficult to keep at it. Don't just want to give up, or don't give up. Remember, it's darkest before dawn. Okay, I look forward to seeing you on day 22. Well, almost there, almost wrapping up. Consistency always pay at the end of the day. I'm Dr. Stephen AKINTAYO.